Okay, how's that sound? Okay, how's that sound? That's better. I think you lower it a little more still. Okay. That should be okay. I gotta set up my phone. I think it's all set up now. There's no music though. What's going on? What's my music? How the heebie-jeebie do I do this? I guess I can't have two windows open. That sort of stinks. Alright, let me do something else. I guess I can't have two windows open. That sort of stinks. Alright, let me do something else. What is that? Oh crap. Never mind, I can't do that. Well, I was trying to have some music playing in the background, but it doesn't seem to work. Let's see here. Okay. How about this?
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
What is this?
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
What is this?
Every core computers now have primary control of...
Never mind. This is not working. And that's so easy being cheesy. This is wacky. You know, screw the music. Forget it. It's not gonna work. I just want to have something in the background. Apparently, it wasn't meant to be. Now back to this Medusa chick. Today is what? What is it, Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee here. Today is Wednesday the 9th. Yesterday, my sister's birthday. I didn't even call her. I'm such a bad brother. Guess whose birthday's coming up soon? Guess who? Yes, my birthday's coming up August the 13th. That's my birthday. But I'm not going to tell you how old I'm going to be. Because after a certain age, you don't want to talk about that. You just don't. When you're younger, yeah, you talk about, yeah, I'm 20-something, blah, blah, blah. But once you're over the hill, you're like, I ain't going to talk about it. Homie, don't play that. Homie, just don't play those games. Alrighty, back to the drawing. Back to business. So I sketched this thing out last stream, and I think I was making some changes. I was looking at this. Actually, I did make some changes from last stream. I changed this section here because I was looking at it. I didn't like what I had before. I changed that, and I lowered this shoulder because I didn't like it how it was before. This is higher and this is lower. You want to have some things like that in your art. You don't want to have everything symmetrical. Symmetry is like peaceful, but it's boring. You want to have some off symmetry stuff. So the fact that this shoulder is lower, this has to be lower than this. You see? If this dropped, this elbow part should also drop, but it's at the same level as the other elbow, which is not right. So we shall fix that. We shall remedy it. And the other thing I didn't like too much was the fact that she looks kind of muscly. She's supposed to be thin and like ugly. So I have to make her look more gaunt. Right? More yucky. Okay, this elbow here, this elbow should be lower. Maybe like down here. And which means I'm going to change some things, which is just perfectly fine. I do this all the time. I know many aspiring artists, they don't like redoing and changing things, but you know what? It's not reality. In art, there's always redos. But if you love it, if you love art, it wouldn't bother you. It wouldn't bother you one single bit to redo stuff. Because you love it. If you don't love art, you shouldn't be doing art. So this arm looks better in terms of, being like skinny and more yucky looking. I could give her some more muscles here. Like that. Maybe another vein there somewhere. Something like that. Remember, we are doing fantasy artwork, so it's based off of life, but it don't have to be realistic. I mean, this character is on the realistic side of things because she doesn't look cartoony. But even within realism, there are levels of realism. So this looks lower. This elbow is lower than this elbow, which is great. Now I have to pull out my trusty little excuse me, I'm so sorry for my hiccups. Trusty little piece of paper here so I won't smear the right side. And let's make your other side more thin. I think I'll come in here and yeah, let's erase. I gotta erase some information here. Now I'm going to compare this form to the other form. It's more or less about the same, which is great. His elbow is behind. His elbow is behind this muscle. Okay, that's why I did that. It didn't look right otherwise. Do another vein here. Give her a few more muscles like the other one. Okay, and I gotta compare the. I'm gonna compare the wrists, right? Make sure they're about the same thickness. If they're not, then we make this one a little thicker. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it looking much thinner than the other because it'll look weird. So, back to this judicial woman. Now, I have her sort of three-quartered view, right? You can see her bones, her rib bones. So we should be able to see. I have to make more adjustments. I have to, like, you know, when I stream art live, I can't think of everything because I have to freaking talk. And it's not so easy. You know, like when I sketch for myself, I'm more concentrated. And here it'd be like this, because she's more a three-quarter view. So the nipple area, this looks good. This one should be out here, around there somewhere. Let's just make it dark. Because I want to make sure I get the angles right, because she's partially three-quartered. Three-quarter view a little bit, not completely. If this goes in, and then this comes out, you know, I'm not gonna give her a butt because she is skinny. She's just freaking skinny. And she's more snake from the waist down. So I just put this here to show, like, there's a bone there, and this bone would be like sort of like this. I'll do this in shadow so you can see the bone there, and then this. And you just see a little bump on the other side. Now I'm just finessing now. I'm finessing the details, and it's fun to do this. I really enjoy it because that's what makes good art great. Great art has finesse and, you know, cool things happening. So we did this bow last time, but you notice it's more of a side view. It literally looks like a side view of a bow, and that's fine, but we have to make it three-quarter view. So we want to see more of the front of the bow, right? Because nothing in life is ever perfectly sideways. It's always tilted one way or another. So the simple way to do this, for time's sake, is I make this thing, I make it thicker. So like this, right? Literally you make this thicker. All the way over here. And here, we go like that. So we see the front. And then we make this thicker. And it sort of blends into it. So, and then we could shade this part so we could see the front of it. Like if the bow had a front part to it. Okay? And make this thicker here, and we sort of let it blend into the to a point over here. And that goes for this thing too, this cool little design going on right here. Make that dark there. I'll make this dark over here. And for this, we don't have to, it's already here, we can kind of just make an inner line. Oops, like that. And make this dark to show that, you know, same thing with this. To show that we see the front of it. Come over here, do the same thing. It's a little thinner here, so I'll make this thicker. And there. So now we've given this, well, we have to make adjustments for the grip here. So I will erase this section and this section, because the back part section is fine. Now make sure this thing is, see, it's skewed. That detail is so skewed, I have to fix it. Sometimes when you're drawing like this, you make everything skewed. You have to sort of like rotate it to make sure that when you draw your detail, it looks right. Or, you know, as good as it can be. Then you can rotate it the other way. And go ahead and put your, what shading you gonna put? Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the other one because that one's wrong. Am I even on camera? I hate when I do this. I get off camera. I need a cameraman. I need a cameraman. Okay. Back to this thing. This is sort of rounded, but the bow itself is not that round. It's bothering me. So, here comes another change. Now these are little tweaks, like I said, these are little tweaks that you don't have to do, but I'm doing them because I'm picky. This seems to be flat. So we're going to curve it and then make it go straight. Curve. Curve. Straight and curve. So it looks better, like it's actually following the form of the bow. So we'll do this one too. Straight, curve, straight, curve. There we go. I should zoom in. But then when I zoom in and I forget to zoom out, that's the part that sucks. Okay, so now we get that going on. And you can see the lines from in the back from the sketch. And that's okay. You just go like this. Just fill it in. Same thing here, and then we sort of fade it out. We want to have some interesting things happening in the shadow area. You don't want to always fill it up, make it dark. Bring interest to the shadow areas. And here I could do the same thing. Just a little darker area, then lighter. Yeah, something like that. And then we can shade this part maybe with it's casting out a little shadow or something. Because that just gives it details, it gives it depth, which is nice. Depth is good in art. Now this little circle, smaller than this one, And that's probably okay because this is sort of going away from us. This is coming towards us. So in this case, it's just fine. What else? Let me think about this here. Actually, you know, this detail's got to change. And I'll tell you why. I'm gonna erase that shadow I put earlier. So if we're looking at this bow, we're gonna see the front side of it, less of the front and more of the back here, I think. So let's see more of the back over here, like that, because of the angle it's facing us. And here we can probably see the front side of it, just a little bit. And don't make this a solid line, like from here to here. Don't do that. It just makes your artwork stale. Don't make solid lines. Make them partially solid, like solid here, have it fade. And then what you could do is, like, when you put shadow back here, it'll pop this bow out, if you want to put some shadow work back there. Okay, so now last time I didn't draw any of the heads on Medusa, but I'm gonna draw them today. I'm gonna have some snakes with mouth open, others with mouth closed. Okay, I'll zoom in for this so you can see the snake heads better. Imagine when the camera in. This drawing board is almost at the edge of there. So I'll start with this snake head here, and this is in front of the body, so we need that one to pop out. Now the snakes in the back of the head, those could be more shadowy figures. Everything in the front that frames the face should be dark. Okay? So here we're going to have this snake head like this. Mouth open, right? Like so, and I'm just going to darken in. You don't have to do the eyes. It just shows that, you know, it's a snake head. And then here we'll darken this. And again, we can also bring this, we can pop the snake head out, or the snake when we shadow the back here. You know, when if you want to shadow back here, then this would pop out. So the one head here, we have the snake head here, so we're gonna, let me put the snake head like this. Maybe you could put an eyeball on this one. You don't have to draw the fangs or anything. Where's this coming from? Like a mess of snakes here. So we have, I guess this is the snake. Okay. I gotta remember what I did. And it would be whiter down here where it's attached to the head. You could just like flare out. All these could just flare out some. Like so. That's weird. So there's a problem with the server. Strange. Okay, so now we have this other snake here that's coming from by the back back here we can't really see where it's coming from. And this one could be facing away from us, like that. Like it's looking behind, right? Put a little shadow for the back of the head. So that snake looking behind her. Now there's a line going through this little snake head here. We can just erase that little line so we can see the head better. And I don't really have to do this on stream, but I just want to show you how I go about doing my things. This snake head could be looking down. Actually, this is probably this one. I'm trying to remember when I did this on stream. I can't remember. This is that one, or this is that one, or if this just came from the back. I think this. Yeah, I think this is part of that one, and this one just came from the back. Like, hey, look at me. I live. And here you could put a eyeball here, eyeball there, like that. We got a little snake head. And then a snake over here. Now this could be sort of he's got his mouth open, but we're seeing like the back of it, right? Like that. So it's not facing us. It's facing away from us. And then we got this part over here. This one could just be mouth closed. Like that. This one could be completely have the mouth open over here, like it's upset or something. Something like that. I wonder if they have the little fangs. I guess you could give them some little fangs. Something like that. And then this snake could be facing that direction. Let me see the back of the head. Maybe the eye there. Then we have this other snake here. This one probably facing facing backwards, I guess. Maybe he has mouth open. I don't know. I don't like the way that looks, so I'm gonna erase that. I just make it like this. We see the back of the head of that one. It's not looking at us. Let me move this down. This one could be like that. Something like that. And this snake here could be, I don't know, facing, this one's sort of facing us already. So maybe this one could be also facing away. Okay, I feel like I need to have more mouths open. So maybe I'll open the mouth of this one here. Something like that. And we have this snake head here. We have another mouth open here, with the eye here, and the tooth here, and the tooth here. Something like that. Then we have this snake head here. Could be facing us, right, with the mouth open. Like that. I don't know, something like that. Let me fix this here. Bring this out. It's also really awkward to draw on stream, because usually I'd be flipping this board around, make it easier for me to draw. But I'm trying to keep it like this so you guys can see it. And then this one could be how about it's missing a head? What do you guys think? Should this one be missing a head? Like someone chopped that head off. But even if it did, maybe she regrows these snakes, so maybe it wouldn't make a difference. So what I could do is have it go like I don't know. It looks like a duck. Maybe that way. Something like that. And this is behind here somewhere, because this is in front of that, I think. It seems kind of convoluted, so I'm going to have that in front, and this one in the back. Something like that. And then we got the snake head back here, sort of going behind the head. We got another one here going behind the head. You don't see the head of that snake. Okay, that looks a-okay. Now I'm gonna sort of just shade these in. These are not important. I'm gonna leave this like that. Shade this thing in, shade it in here where it's attached to the head. Like that. Make this a little darker. Shade this in. This is where we start to give the hair depth. Okay, we have another snake back here. And we have to make this one a little darker so we can see the other snake back there. This is where you got to play with values. And the snake here. And here, this one will pop out when I darken the shoulder. Let me get my HB. Here's my HB, my dark lead. So there. So now that snake pops out because I put that darker lead there. But I'm not there yet. This snake is this here. Like that, and then this one, shade that one in somewhat. Shade this in here. I'm going to shade this in here. Shade this back here. And then you start playing around with your values. And this here is the shoulder. So you can see the other snakes. And then here's this other part of the shoulder. And this will be darkened here. So you can see the other snakes. What else are we doing? What else are we doing here? Guess I could darken this one. The snake, use my HB lead. And this would probably be darker here. So I start to, the shading, the lighting, whatever. You can cross hatch whatever direction you want. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And we do that part. And this part here, maybe the snake is casting a shadow here. I don't know, something like that. I want this sort of more in like a shaded area, like the shadow there. because the head's down, tilted. This should be dark here. I think I'm going to darken this too. And then I'm going to get my H just to soften this transition. Get my H sled. I'm going to put some shading here in that edge of the shoulder. Soften the transition here a little bit. I could definitely put this thing in shadow back here. Something like that. I think this should come down even more. Get my H sled and continue shading there. Something like that. I'm off. I think I'm off camera again. Zoom out. Yeah, something like that. Now, back to the snakes. Here, make this darker here. Make this darker. Make this darker. I wanted to get the effect that they're coming out of the shadows. So in order to do that, we just make this darker. Back here. Here, an ambulance. Okay, then shadow work there. Shadow work here from the tentacles, tendrils, whatever you want to call them. So it's a little darker than the other one. So it stands out from the other one. Should give her like white pupils or what? Something like that. Make her look ugly. Make it look real ugly. Okay, there's her ugly face. It's kind of blurry, isn't it? Did the camera freeze or what? Okay. I thought my camera froze. I was like, uh-oh. Anyways. So now go in here with the darker lead, my HB. And let's just really pop this some more. But anyways, I started goofing around, shading and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, that's how you do this Medusa. I'll make this dark here. So this snake's dropping shadow. Should be like this. Like that. This one, dropping a shadow. Be like that. Look, it's touching the arm. This one will be dropping a shadow over here. Like that, something like that. Then we'll sort of shade this in lightly, like. So, yeah, she's coming along. My eyes are really tired, so I'm going to stop. And I don't draw for a long period of time. I usually draw for like 30 minutes at a time, maybe an hour at the most, because my eyes get tired because I wear glasses. So that's where we are right now with this Medusa. And that's how you sketch and shade and draw these things out. Well, thanks for stopping by and watching this channel or my video, and I'll see you guys next time.